I almost didn't make this review because when I first heard about Antigravity 2.0, it sounded like every other AI tool launched this year. Big promises, crazy demos, people on X saying it changes everything. You know the drill. And honestly, after testing AI tools for months, I've become pretty skeptical. So instead of judging it from screenshots, I decided to spend some real time with it. And after using Antigravity 2.0, I think most people are asking the wrong question. The question isn't, is Antigravity 2.0 good? The real question is, who is it actually for? Because that's where things get interesting. The first thing I noticed was speed, not coding speed, not AI response speed, decision-making speed. Normally when you're building something, there are dozens of small steps. Planning, researching, figuring out what to build, testing ideas, moving pieces around. Antigravity 2.0 tries to remove a lot of that friction. And honestly, that's what caught my attention. The second thing I noticed was how quickly I could move from an idea to something real. Not perfect, not production ready, but real enough to test. For startup founders, freelancers, agencies, and people building products, that's valuable. Because most ideas don't fail during development. They fail because nobody tests them fast enough. And this tool definitely helps with that. Now, here's where I think people will make a costly mistake. They're going to buy it expecting magic, and that's dangerous because Antigravity 2.0 still needs direction. It still needs someone making decisions. It still needs someone who understands the goal. The AI helps, but it doesn't replace thinking. And if you're expecting it to build a successful business while you sit back and watch, you're probably going to be disappointed. The next thing that surprised me was how different users will experience this tool. A startup founder might love it. A creator might use it completely differently. A developer might compare it to Cursor. A marketer might use it for testing landing pages or ideas. That's why it's difficult to put Antigravity 2.0 into one category. It's not really a chatbot. It's not really a coding tool. It's more like a builder. And whether that's a goldmine or a mistake depends entirely on your workflow. After spending time with it, my opinion is pretty simple. If you're constantly turning ideas into projects, products, experiments, or businesses, there's real value here. The speed alone can be worth it. But if you're buying it because everybody else is talking about it, I'd slow down. Because hype is expensive and subscriptions add up fast. So is Antigravity 2.0 a hidden goldmine? For the right user, absolutely. For the wrong user, it's just another monthly bill. And honestly, that's probably the most accurate review I can give. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.